Then as you can see, you see that videos are actually equivalent to $15,600. With the average RPM being $8.47. So it's not too bad. Then there's also some short stuff, which we're still getting 2.3 million views a month from. And these are normally just like older videos, but it's still doing me $300 a month. And you know, the RPM on shorts definitely has gone up. So I should probably start posting more shorts and more fine videos in this case.
Because now it's 13 cents, but before, what was it?
6, 7?
Oh shit.
So it's like almost doubled over the last couple months. And like I said in the beginning, you can also go to the live tab. And you see actually the live makes more than the videos do. Yeah. So it's $12 RPM and just on 173,000 views, we managed to get a little bit over $2,000.
Wait, so what do you do exactly on the live?
So what we do on the live is nothing else than have a original 1 hour video.
Yeah.
And then you go to a platform such as OBS in this case.
Yeah.
And then in OBS, what you do, you replay the video.
Yeah.
And then in this case, with the Vietnamese software or with like some US softwares, you're able to put a timer on it. So in this case, we put the timer just under the 12 hours. So if you go over the 12 hours, as an example, YouTube won't process it as a video. YouTube will only process it as like an event, like a live stream. So that's why even for streamers and even like a good streamer friend of mine, Alois, I also said like, even if you do the long streams on YouTube, make sure you actually stop them on 12 hours. And just literally 2 minutes later, be like, hey, I'll be back in 2 minutes, I'll be live, like, and go again. Because then on YouTube, it catches as a video. You know, you can get views for a day later, 2 days later, 3 days later, and it can still be recommended to you. And then here, as an example, you have like a satisfying live stream. Let's open that. And here you see 21,000 views and it's like $271.
Wow.
So it's pretty good and, you know, get some watch time subscribers and make some money. And if you go to the revenue tab here, it's pretty much almost to the exact same thing. And you can also see here, and this is the interesting part, live ad revenue. So during the live stream, we've made $2. But because YouTube then processes it as a new video, you can see that the replay has actually made $270. So that's why live streaming is so overpowered. And that's why I recommend people, when you have longer forms of content, you can go ahead and replay this over and over and over again.
And that's why we built oneof10.com, a tool that helps creators like you do the same, but 100 times easier. The tool helps you find viral video ideas already working in your niche. It then analyzes the millions of outliers in the database to help you generate your titles and thumbnails that match your channel. For example, it can create thumbnails in the style of Beluga or even create variations of thumbnails from just a title. And this works in any niche. No more wasting hours brainstorming concepts and designing on Canva. And one creator even used OneOf10 to combine a viral idea with a high-performing thumbnail concept. The result? Her most viewed video ever with over 2 million views. And the best part? With code POD20 you'll get 20% off for life. So if you want to grow your channel faster, join thousands of YouTubers and head over to oneof10.com. Now back to the pod.
Can we see the highest revenue video?
The best video recently, which is not even that old, is this one. We got 2.3 million views, 855,000 watch hours, 5.6K subscribers, and almost 30,000
yearly. Now you only one video.
Yeah, more than a yearly salary. We're not even 1 year in. We got another 100 days to go, 103 days to go. So we take this as an example. Let's look at the last 28 days. It's such a passive evergreen video, you know. You get 2.4K. You literally make a monthly salary from an individual video.
Yeah.
How stupid is that?
That's crazy.
An individual video makes enough money to just have it forever. So to go a little bit into how a content production looks like, in this case, we've hired, and this is maybe a little bit controversial, a Russian girl to go ahead and make this content because they can be very aesthetic. And before, it's actually content that my ex-girlfriend used to make. So now we replaced that. And in this case, we're just making sure that the content is as long as possible and also in high quality and very good for the sound. So it's all cut up. So a 3-minute clip might be edited down to 15 seconds. So it's like just placing things, making sure the sounds are optimized, that the microphones are always in the right position. And then we're just consistently adding new content to it. But we are repurposing content consistently because otherwise the content would be too expensive. So making a 3-hour video like this would probably cost me about $5 for an individual video if I would do it this way. But because I repurpose this video into, what is it, like 100 different videos, then of course your cost is going to be like $25 per video on average. Holy shit. So that's how you save up money with like compilation style videos. That's what a lot more creators are doing is like, instead of making new content, let's repackage it and let's make it longer. That's where you get the channels from like Sniper Wolf top videos.
Right.
infinite top videos. And those channels, those will print money. Like the RPMs on those channels are like $25, $25, $30. We've even seen RPMs as high as $50 on some of these channels.
Holy shit.
So $50 RPM, and then you get like 20,000 views a month, and it's still $1,000 a month that you get. So it's absolutely mind-blowing money for these longer form compilation style. And to show you the difference, this is a 3-hour video. And if we go back here, this 3-hour video with 2.3 million views, has earned $30,000. And then if we go to our 1-hour long video, which is this one, which got 1.4 million more views, made $10,000 less.
Yeah.
All because of the duration of your videos. That's why longer videos perform so well. And I would classify this into 3 different kinds of audiences. You have your audience, which are kids. Kids watch anything, Italian brainwave, memes, but we'll go into that as well in a second. Then you have content which you and me watch as adults. And this is content what is mostly referred to as lunch content. And lunch content means this is a video. Let's say both of you were not here. I would be on my phone and I would watch a video. You know, I want the video to be about 40 minutes. The 40 minutes is the average working break that someone gets at work to go ahead and, you know, they will grab a snack or they will go to fucking Subway. They order the bread and they have 40 minutes to finish it. The average video then is 40 minutes, and that's your key audience time frame. Because if you have a good enough video, you will always reach that watch time. And people want to be able to finish the videos. If you have a lunch break and you see a 3-hour video, you will not click. Because you know you'll not be able to finish the video. But if you get a 40-minute video, and that's why channels such as Fern, Hoke, Neo, the quality channels, they do so well because, you know, even in my lunch break, when I'm having a coffee and I don't know, a sandwich with carpaccio or something, you know, I watch those channels as well. So that's what I call lunch content. And then the other best content to have is sleep content. So content for people to fall asleep to. And this is your other big niche. So people will watch for hours and hours and hours. And there's a lot of channels, and I can even show you one in a second, where we don't even run mid-roll ads. And yet it makes 15,000 a month consistently for more than a year straight.
Crazy.
And that's how crazy it is. Let's go over and hop to that channel. Okay, so as you can see right now, I've actually logged into one of the Rain channels. So
one of the 70 channels you have.
Yes, and then I'll share the multi-language after. But here you can see like relaxing piano and rain sounds to fall asleep to instantly with healing and night ambience. So this is like really focused for people towards sleeping. So these videos are 3 hours or 8 hours long. And as you can see, the average watch time here is 1 hour and 2 minutes. You can see like the typical one is also like 1 hour. Doesn't drop below that, which is mind blowing. The thumbnails are 4.2%. So people always obsessed about good CTRs. CTRs depend on if people come from browse and they're returning viewers, or if the content is suggested. They will all have different kinds of CTRs. So CTR is a ballpark. It's not something you have to blindly focus on. You know, my best performing video ever, which is on Deleted channel, is top 5 Minecraft animations, which I uploaded in 2013, 2014. I got 74 million views, and it made me about $250,000. That video had a 1.8% CTR. It's just because it was suggested everywhere. It was 2 years ago. It was so broad because every fucking kid likes Minecraft. And they like Minecraft animation. There was a longer video. Back then, I was already doing this. I was doing this fucking 10 years ago. I was already uploading these long videos because I knew, like, hey, the longer my videos were, the more money I was making.
How long have you been doing this?
So, Faceless YouTube, like my first compilation style channels, I've been doing them since 2014, actually. And then my first success came from Minecraft animations, where there was the secret method on YouTube called the unlisted method. I think we spoke about it in the last episode.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Definitely a good video to watch also after this one. To keep it very short, the unlisted method is nothing else than buying views on the video when the video is unlisted. And after 2,000 videos, we would publicize the video, and YouTube would rank us #1 across every. So this then helps us to get a bunch of videos and views. And in this way, we will be able to get very good results. Let's go to the analytics here. And you can see that this channel is almost 50 grand. I'm sorry. So it's 14 grand a month. I thought it was 15. And you can see every single day is very consistent and just building in money.
Very evergreen.
Very evergreen. 200K subscribers. People always keep coming back, and you only need a couple viral videos to consistently give you views.
It's 155,000. How much do you spend?
Every video is about, it's a working day in Bali. So I'd say 17 to $25 a pop.
$17 to $25 a pop.
So let's say 25 per video, just to be on the safe side. We've done 151K in profit.
Not bad.
Cannot complain.
Not bad.
Six figures a month.
On was one of the 70 channels.
Yeah, and it keeps going. And here you can see we get demonetized, and then it goes back up, and then it gets demonetized. But you can see it's very evergreen, just going up. And that's how we like our channels, very evergreen. And that's what I'm focusing more on. And this is not possible with a regular YouTube channel, of course.
Yeah.
So there's some secrets behind this. In this case, it refers to owned and operated channels, which means you need a channel given to you by a company in order to monetize specific kinds of content. YouTube doesn't allow everything to be monetized. That's why some companies have extra rights. As an example, we had a video, which was we buy a lot of funny videos and we license them to big YouTube channels. And we saw that KSI, as an example, reacted to one of our videos.
Okay.
And he didn't get a license for our content because a lot of reaction YouTubers think like, hey, reaction videos are fair use.
Yeah.
Fair use is only if it is educational or brings additional value.
Right.
But a reaction video doesn't really bring extra value. Like I can also sit in camera and be like, oh my God, that's so satisfying. Like,
Right.
that's not adding extra value. You're just saying like, try not to say, wow, like the fuck, it's not extra value. So we wanted to put a copyright claim on it. Because when channels are larger size or when you have a really high trust score, such as KSI in this case, one of the top creators in the industry, of course, we're actually not able to submit a claim.
Why?
It doesn't allow us to. It says like this creator is in the preferred program. You are
he is allowed to do whatever he wants.
pretty much they get a jail free. And the same happens on like a lot of other big YouTubers. And in this case, we can't do the claim on it, so we had to do a copyright takedown. And then we do get like a license fee, like, you know, the management company comes out and say like, hey, okay, there was no reaction stuff. Let's settle this. You know, we don't charge outrageous amounts. We normally charge 500 for small YouTubers, 1,000 for big YouTubers. They pay us $1,000. We remove the strike. All good. But, you know, we have to protect our creators and people that work with us. So a business is a business overall. I don't like taking down videos. Preferably I claim it and make ad revenue. But, you know, if I can't, I have to make money another way, right? So that's one. So this is like one of the rain channels. And then we have actually a bunch more of these. And they're on different emails. And technically speaking, if you want to go more advanced with YouTube, you can also use different proxies for different channels. But this is like my main account. So I have like a lot of manager access, but not to all channels.
Oh, wait, what is a proxy?
A proxy is just like a VPN, but it's like a virtual private server.
Okay.
And a proxy just allows you to operate from a different address.
You use a VPN to log in your account?
So I use a VPN to log into a proxy, which is like a remote access device.
Oh, okay.
And then I do my YouTube business on that side. So, oh wow, I just get the files, I'll clean out the files. So I remove all the metadata, add the tags, and then I process to upload it. And this I do because I run so many channels. So, you know, if one channel gets taken down, I lose more channels.
Right.
I want to avoid that because YouTube now thinks we're a different human being. And then we actually want to make sure that the Gmail address, as an example, is on the person that's actually alive, because now they do the ID verifications a lot. So sometimes we use different IDs for that as well. So we pay someone to ID verify the channel.
What do you use for a proxy?
Dolphin proxy. Okay. So I use Dolphin proxy here.
How do you manage all those 70 channels?
First, I take care of all communications, because my job is no longer to go ahead and find profitable channels, find teammates. You know, I have a recruiter. I have someone who does that. I have someone who manages the Trello boards. I send the directions, because when you're a smaller person, you will do everything yourself. You know, you go to Upwork, you hire people. I haven't logged into Upwork for over a year, because I don't have to. You know, I have my team that goes ahead.
And mostly hire on Upwork, or?
If it's quality content or general YouTube automation, I go to Upwork. If it has to do with compilation style content, or in this case, AI content, I go to onlinejobs.ph.
Right.
Which is to hire the Filipino people. Because this is based on hourly, is a lot cheaper per average on video. And the average cost per video, it would then be about $3.5 per video for the employee. Then you get your level F cost. You're going to get to about $15 per piece in AI videos. You can get those a lot cheaper with like TubeChef and some other AI tools that can mass generate them. But the problem with mass generation is that there's no psychology in the thumbnails. And the channels just don't perform overall. I know a lot of people are struggling to get AI storytelling channels viral. What you have to do is you have to look for premium niches, so content to fall asleep to, and not just copy channels, but I say that give a spin to it. So you know Sleepless Historian. Everyone knows that channel right now.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest sleep channels. So what you do is you start a channel which doesn't talk about the medieval historian, which is why the niche got popular. You talk about the Vikings. You talk about the Roman Empire. You talk about World War II. You know, and this is how you consistently find new channels and come with ideas. They can also go viral. You know, you won't be the next Sleepless Historian, but you can be the next Sleepless Viking.
Okay.
And if a Viking is interesting, now you can build a 10K, 20K a month channel. So you always want to go ahead and niche down for sure with these AI channels because they're low risk, because the amount of money you spend is almost nothing. You know, you run a channel for 3 months, times $450 a month. Worst case scenario, you lose $1,350. Yeah, boohoo. That's cry. You know, nobody cares. But with YouTube automation, you spend a lot more for videos on Upwork. Normally the average is between, depends on what kind of videos, 60 to $100, I'd say, is the average per video. If you do new style videos, you're going to get 40. You do quiz videos, you're going to get 40.
Yeah.
You do like mechanics and other stuff, you're going to get to 80. So you have lots of the different levels. If you do like crime these days, you have to do the feature FOIA request. You know, you're going to get to $300 per video. So there you have all levels of different kinds of YouTube automations and different purposes. And that stuff we then manage through just Trello. So we have different Trello boards, and in this one we give suggestions. So actually yesterday I got angry at one of my teammates. I could show this. So as an example, right now I'm in the group chat for Chrome, and as an example, I left notes on their Trello board and he didn't listen to it. So now I let it go because we see this performance of this video. This is a Japanese channel that we have. And this is like one of our multi-language quiz channels. Well, you can guess what this is. This is of course Squid Games. And then you have the different emojis and people can find it, and it got 62 views. It's an 8 out of 10 for the first hour. Okay, no big deal. You know, it can go up a little bit later, but not best performance. Yeah. But Squid Game 3 wasn't even that popular. It came out, everyone watched it, and it was over. You know, it was pretty fucking boring if you ask me. They said it was a good episode. I haven't watched it yet, but I knew the performance was Yeah, exactly. So, and everyone has already seen Squid Game 1, Squid Game 2. It's just milking the cow, and I knew it wouldn't perform well on YouTube. And I left this note, as you can see, and I'm able to delete cards in Trello. I can only archive them, but I don't want to do that. So I left a note in this case that I don't want Squid Game 3 videos to be posted as the trend is dead. Please don't do this again and communicate this correctly with your team, since it is multi-language. We just throw away money if the topics aren't popping. So in this case, because it's not just one channel we uploaded on. You know, because we uploaded so many channels, we just have to change the colors and the language. Right. We pay an average of about $18 to $25 per video, depending on the duration.
Yeah,
per language.
How many language?
So this one is still active in about 8 languages. Oh, wow. So let's take 8 times 25 for the ease of the calculation is $200. Yeah. So now I threw away $200. You know, a mistake can happen. But now I've warned him. It was in the Trello dashboard. I've messaged him about it. Yeah. And now I have to message him again. So now the thing is, either I can give him a warning and search for someone else, which in this case is not nice because he's a direct link of me. He used to be an old partner of mine that started a production company, and I'm working with him. So I'm getting ridiculously cheap prices. Like, you go to Upwork, you're going to pay 45. Even if you do multi-language, you're going to pay 35, and I'm paying 25 to 18. Right. So I'm getting like huge discounts also because I don't have the fees, because I don't work on Upwork. You know, I make a new account for
$18 to $25 for what?
For a full Squid Game video in language, for editing, translation, everything. Okay. It's fucking cheap. So I leave him a warning in this case, like, hey, listen, don't make this happen again. Like, if this happens again, then I say, like, hey, listen, I warned you 3 times now. Remove this one from the invoice. That's not my problem. That goes from your margin. You know, he wouldn't be happy about that. But then as an example, the Turkish channel as an example doesn't make any money. Okay. But the thing is, like, a long time it might make more money because it's like very evergreen content. But this, of course, is not interesting. So this one we're going to stop. And this one then works together with a lot of different networks. So
how do you know when to stop a channel?
If I spend $550 and I make $80.
Right, but that happens in month 1. But
this one is already on for a little bit longer.
Okay, like for like 2-3 months, then you're like, okay.
Yeah, so some channels just don't work. Let's go to Crispy Espanol, which is one of our Spanish-speaking channels.
Yeah.
So this channel, as an example, right now is like on a low trend. So it's not doing as much. It was doing like $100 a day, and then it started doing less. The new trend, but it's all Paw Patrol, like famous kids videos. The RPM is still $1. So these videos are actually performing way better than most of the other videos are. So as you can see, like the brain rot trends really started to die out, and we're starting to do more of like the traditional content. Here you got like Advina, El Brain Rot Italiano, and Indonesia. All different languages. And then as we go to most popular videos, we see like a lot of numbers, Bluey, Sonic. So that's why we do like the different trends, like dogs as Bluey, or cats as Bluey, or humans as Bluey. So it's like different kind of videos. I saw this going viral somewhere else. And that's where you can use like one of 10 and 4 to find outliers on, of course, different channels. Yeah. So this is actually one of the things that we did find through that. So we found
how did you use, let's say, 1 of 10 for that?
Just to go to quiz videos and then looking what recently went viral. And then we saw that this one went viral. So I can do Paw Patrol. Let's do Paw Patrol as humans. Paw Patrol. So we saw like videos like this, like 2.2 million in 8 months, 500K in 4 months. It was like a recent video. Maybe if I filters, here. Are they making AI animations now? Oh, that's so heavily copyrighted with IP. I swear there's like a Vietnamese person like printing fucking money from this. Very smart. You know, Quiz is at least transformed, so I'm not as afraid for these kind of things.